It's Sunday night. You've already planned the whole thing out in your head. Tomorrow is the day. Fresh start, new week. You're going to wake up early, drink the water, eat the good food, do the workout. You've maybe even laid out all your workout clothes. Monday morning comes and you are ready. Tuesday, you're still going. And Wednesday, you're a little tired, but you're able to push through. Thursday, something happens. Maybe it's stress. Maybe it's exhaustion. Maybe it's the kids. Maybe it's just a moment of weakness at 9 p.m. that turns into the whole bag. And Friday morning, you wake up and you feel that familiar feeling. That quiet, heavy, here we go again feeling. And you tell yourself, okay, next Monday. If you've lived that cycle, if you are living that cycle right now, I want to talk to you today about why it keeps happening. Because it's not what you think. And more importantly, I want to give you the actual way out. Hey sis, welcome to Pump Up the Praise. I'm Tiffany, and this channel is for Christian women who want to take care of their bodies without the shame, without the endless cycle, and without leaving their faith at the door. And today's video is one I've been wanting to make for a while because that Monday reset, as I like to call it, is one of the most common experiences among the women that I talk to. And I think the reason it keeps happening is widely misunderstood. So let's talk about it. I want to start by saying something that might feel a little counterintuitive. Your problem is not discipline. I know. You've told yourself that it is. You've prayed for more discipline. You've made lists and plans and accountability systems. You've asked God to help you be more disciplined so many times that you've even lost count. But here's what I want you to consider. If discipline were actually the problem, you wouldn't keep starting. The very fact that you start over every Monday is evidence of something. That something is not a lack of desire or a lack of effort. You have the desire, you have effort, you keep coming back. But what you're missing is not more of those things. What you're missing is a foundation that doesn't collapse under the weight of real life. Stay with me. Let me explain what I mean. The Monday reset cycle, it works something like this. 1, you get inspired. Something happens. Maybe you see a photo of yourself. You feel uncomfortable in your clothes. You watch a video like this one and you feel, that spark. Oh, I'm going to do this. And then 2, you build momentum on inspiration. You start. Things are going well. You feel good. And then 3, real life happens. A hard day, a stressful week, a moment where the choice is hard and you're tired and the inspiration has worn off. And then step 4, you make a decision you're not proud of. And instead of moving on, you go into the spiral. Oh, I ruined it. I failed again. I knew I couldn't do this. And 5, shame takes over. And shame doesn't want to keep going. Shame wants to hide. Shame wants to wait until that feeling passes. So you wait until Monday. And then it starts again. Now, here is the critical question. Where does this cycle actually break? Most programs tell you the answer is step 3. You need more willpower at the hard moment. You need a stronger why, more accountability, a better plan. But I want to challenge that because I've seen women with incredible willpower, incredible whys, incredible accountability, and they're still stuck in that exact cycle. The cycle doesn't break at step 3. It actually breaks at step 4. It breaks at what happens after the hard moment, after the choice you're not proud of, after the day that didn't go the way you planned. What happens then determines everything else. So there's a concept that I call the grace gap. And it's the space between what God offers you and when you stumble and what you actually give yourself. Lamentations 3:22-23 says, because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Every morning, not every Monday. God doesn't not do the Monday reset. He doesn't say, all right, you messed up. Well, we'll start fresh next week. No, he says tomorrow morning, there is new mercy available for you. Get up and receive it. But most of us, when we stumble in our health journey, we close the door on that mercy. We say, I don't deserve to keep going today. I'll give myself a fresh start on Monday. And what we've just done is taken a Wednesday stumble and we've turned it into a whole 5-day break. And during that 5-day break, shame is settling in. Oh, and shame makes the starting even harder the next time, if we're real. And that's something that we need to be so mindful of. So here's what grace-based movement looks like in practice. You had a hard Tuesday. You didn't eat the way you planned. You skipped the workout. Grace says Wednesday is available, not Monday. Wednesday, like this morning, right now. Grace says one hard day is not a failed journey. It's a day. And a woman who keeps going after a hard day, who receives the new mercy and gets up again, is not weak. She is exactly the kind of woman who finishes. That is one of the biggest shifts in the women that I've walked through this. Not changing what they eat or how they exercise, but changing what they do after the hard moment. Let me give you 3 practical things you can do differently starting this week. Not next Monday, this week. Practical shift number 1. Replace the reset with a recovery. A reset says, I'm wiping the slate clean and starting fresh. A blank slate, a new plan. But recovery says, I stumbled. I'm getting back up right now with whatever I have. The reset requires a perfect starting condition. Monday, or the beginning of the month, or the beginning of the year, January 1st. The recovery requires just this moment. This week, practice the recovery. When you have a hard moment, not if, but when, instead of saying, I'll restart Monday, ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do in the next hour to take care of myself? Maybe it's drink a glass of water, take a 10-minute walk, put on a worship song and just breathe. Say a prayer of strength. Just one thing right now. And that one thing is not nothing. It is you refusing to let shame win. It is the breaking of the cycle. Practical shift number 2. Build a foundation that outlasts your feelings. Inspiration is a feeling. Motivation is a feeling. And feelings are real and they matter, but they are not a foundation you can build a lifestyle on. Jesus says in Matthew 7:24-25, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. The storm came in this parable. The storm came for both houses. The difference wasn't that one house avoided the storm. The difference was the foundation underneath when the storm hit. Your health journey will have storms. You're going to have hard weeks, hormonal weeks, grief, stress, life. The question isn't whether the storms will come. It's what your foundation is when they do. A foundation of inspiration collapses under pressure. A foundation of truth, of knowing who God says you are, of having a real structure and a real community, that will hold. Practical shift 3, change your definition of success. Right now, most of us define success in our health journey by the outcome only. Did I lose weight? Did I hit my goal? Did I follow the plan perfectly this week? And that definition means that anything less than perfect is failure. But what if you redefine success as, did I get back up? Not did I stay on the plan perfectly, but did I stumble and get back up? Did I have a hard Wednesday and choose recovery over reset? Did I miss 2 workouts and show up for the 3rd one? Did I choose one good thing even when I didn't feel like it? That woman is not failing. That woman is building. And that woman who keeps building, even imperfectly and even slowly, is the woman who looks back in 6 months and cannot believe how far she has come. If you have found yourself starting over again and again, I want you to know that there is still hope. You are not a lost cause. You don't have to fall into the mindset trap that it will always be this way. I believe in you, and you can hold on to my belief until you gain yours back. Everything I just described, the grace gap, the recovery over reset, the foundation that outlasts your feelings, this is the core of how the Praise Way is built. It is not another program that works until real life hits and then falls apart. It is a 12-week framework built specifically around the truth that real life will hit, and it will equip you with the spiritual and practical tools to keep going when it does. The women who go through it don't just lose weight. They stop losing themselves. They learn how to keep going, and they stop waiting for Monday. Before you even think about the course, I want to give you the foundation for free. My Temple Strong training is available right now at thepraiseway.com. It's free and it's specifically for you. And it might be the thing that breaks this cycle for good. The link is in the description and it's pinned in the comments. Let me close with this. You have not been failing for years because you're weak. You've been using a framework that was never built to hold the weight of real life. You've been depending on motivation that was designed to be temporary. And you've been treating every stumble like a verdict when God designed it to be a comma, not a period. Sunday night is coming again. And you're going to feel that familiar pull toward the Monday reset. And I want you to try something different this time. Instead of planning the perfect restart, ask God, what does caring for this body look like for me this week with what I actually have? Not the perfect plan, not the one that requires everything to be just right, but the faithful, sustainable, grace-filled one. That is where everything changes. I believe you can do this, not because you've finally found enough willpower, but because you finally found the right foundation. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you been living the Monday reset? I want to know about it. Or you can tell me, what was the shift in this video that hit the hardest? I want to hear from you. Share this video with the woman in your circle who needs to hear it. She knows who she is. I'll see you in the next video. Keep praising, sis.